I've just got a notification on Twitch that someone, I'm not going to name them, but someone's added me as a favourite. Start a collab on their stream anytime. That's interesting. I don't know what that means. I'm a favourite. It's not. I'm quite flattered, to be honest, to be named a favourite by this person because they're absolutely lovely. I don't know what it means though. How do you do that? No idea. No idea, baby. Right, let's play some Minecraft. Let's get the old Cobblemon back on the go. Cobblemon Lekar. Did I show you all what I did in the Minecraft server that we were doing where we were just mucking about for a bit? Have I shown you this? Should I show you that first? Should I show you what caramel latte? Because this was a little Minecraft server that we were just testing things out on, sort of at the start of this year, and we sort of just had a Minecraft phase for about 2 weeks. I don't think I streamed it though. I do not think I streamed it. I can show you what there's not a lot to it, but I did make something really nice that I'm quite happy with. It was a Cobblemon server, but we also had like Minecraft mobs in it, which was quite interesting. So not only did you have Minecraft, please don't show me that again. Not only did we have Minecraft animals, but we also had like Pokemon and stuff. That's probably fine. Matt added you as a favourite. Oh, that's just a message that you sent. That's good though. That's good. That's nice. Here we go. So this was our little server that we had. It was me, Fruits, Bark, and Nightlights, and Gundy. Just had this little server. I've got a little low pony there, BF. I've also got a Gardevoir knocking about somewhere, I believe, who is GF. I don't know where she's gone though. Yeah, she's down here. Look, GF's here. Which is nice. Oh, look at that fucking storage, by the way. Lovely. This feels really sensitive. That's quite interesting. Is it looking smooth? It feels a bit fucking framey, but I don't know if that's because I'm streaming it at the same time. It's not totally like. No, it says 5960, so it's fine. There's also bees everywhere. That's my fault. That is my fault. A little Cobblemon server going. So that's Bark's place up there. That's Bark's place up there. We had this nice little bridge going along that we were going to put like some sort of monorail on. Fruits has got a little hovel over there. We'll go to it in a second. This is my place. Just a simple little... I'm not a great Minecraft... For those who are maybe new here, I'm not a great Minecraft builder. I do like playing Minecraft, but I'm not a great Minecraft builder. I should probably do this as well, actually. End the stream on YouTube so people aren't watching and thinking... that's not fucking House Flipper. So I had some horses in here. I had some horses and donkeys. So we've got Ferris Mules there. 2 Pedasso, because I had a horse called Stu Pedasso, who died because it got blown up by a creeper. So that's 2 Pedasso. And then we've also got Donkey Yogi, who's over there, which is nice. So we had a little berry. This is like Gundy's little berry farm and stuff here. They're going to make a little Pokemon berry farm. This is Gundy's place over here. He's got a lovely, lovely little house. Olivia Patrat's course is here, manor. It's not a dating event. If you don't understand what any of that means, don't worry about it. It's just fucking inside jokes. You got a little pig in a blanket here. A little rabbit that's knocking about there as well. But the thing that I did, the reason why there was a bee in my house is because I was pranking Gundy by putting loads of bees in his attic. But some of them escaped and eventually got into my house. So here's what it is. You got Fruits' place over here. Like it's just a little hovel basically. Fruits is very much just like, I'm going to make a very basic house and everything else I'm going to do is going to be like functional stuff, which I actually quite love. So you just got a little undergroundy sort of thing down here. There's some mine systems down there as well, but a little farm here as well. We didn't really go much further than this, to be honest. We're all very close together. This is Bark's place over here. There's some weird chicken contraption in here. I don't quite know. It's like making infinite eggs or something like that. Don't quite understand it. probably best to just gloss over it. Then we had Nightlights' place. This is a little village that we were by as well. This is Nightlights' place, which is like a little lighthouse sort of thing, which is really interesting. Nightlights did also have this up here, which may look weird. You may go, why is that floating there? And the reason is, at the top of this, Nightlights had built a giant fucking hot dog that this was balancing off. But I got rid of it because it was just a fucking eyesore. So what I was doing here is I made a little panda bamboo paradise. Wait, does the fucking music for this work? Is that loud, by the way? It shouldn't be loud. That shouldn't be loud at all, actually. That could have been a nutcracker, but my brothers got there first. It's not loud. That's really... I mean, that's not related to that whatsoever, is it? Which is interesting. Anyway, so there was that. So I made a little. I made this little bamboo sort of panda enclosure thing because we were looking for brown pandas. So I bred some brown pandas. So we've got Poe from Kung Fu Panda is over there. We got Peter Bamboo Eater, Charlie Brown, Bad by Leroy Brown, and Bisto as well. And they just live in this little panda sanctuary thing, which is quite nice. So I was trying to take like nice pictures of this. So I was stood like here, trying to take nice pictures of it. But of course, the nicest fucking hot dog was in the sky up there. So I just got rid of it. Because it was such a beautiful fucking image. It's like a beautiful, if you take a screenshot of that, it's beautiful. But then there's just a fucking hot dog in the sky. And if that's not sort of Minecraft summed up, I don't know what is. That's a little, I think this is a little berry farm thing. Yeah, it's a little berry thing. And then Bark, this was sort of towards the end of it. You can't just delete a man's hot dog. I fucking did. Barks made this little like hall thing, which has got loads of villagers in for trading, like villager trading. And it tells you what they all sell and that kind of thing, and who gets the discount. So I get the discount on this guy because I rescued him. That's Pandifeckler. Some of them have names, some don't. Annibal, Tommy Two Lootings, Wayne and Gibbous, Burr, Cornelia Van Gossam, Otto Pecker, Olivia Petrat, Dill Dendin died, didn't he? And Joe Appleseed. And then there's a few over here as well. But in the back, let me get out. In the back, me and Bark made this, it was mostly Bark, but it was a little bit me, made like a big sort of fountain thing, like a big maze. This maze actually works as well, like you do actually end up out here if you want to. If you walk through it. And the idea is in here we were going to have like loads of little Pokemon just wandering around and stuff, but they keep fucking dying for some reason. Or like fainting at least. So we didn't quite do that. But it's a nice little, it's an actual sort of it's an actual functional maze. Which is quite nice. So yeah, that was it though. We didn't do that much on it. It was mostly just mucking about, and it was one of those Minecraft servers where it's just like a vessel for having a chat, basically. I don't think there was much else going on. Mikey House, Zombie Villager, Granite Klondike, Stronghold, Shipwreck Cove, Thing. Don't know what Thing is, but it's a thing regardless. Pandas, that's why I was getting the pandas, and there's a little iron farm over there. So that was it. That was what we did with so I can chucking it down now. That's what we did with that server at least. But that was just us having a laugh. So let's boot up. Let's boot up Cobblemon Lekar, shall we? It's been a while since I've streamed this. Back on the old Minecraft. There's a menu that's popped up that I can't seem to get rid of. It's a Steam menu. Do I have to close Steam properly? Quite possibly. Quite possibly. You're going to have to let me know about the levels on this, folks, by the way, because I don't quite know how loud or quiet this is going to be. I'm just going to go through the auto mod queue. Kitty Lover 420, Misogyny, Hoochie Coochie. That's the word coochie there that has been flagged as misogyny from Kitty there. Sophie 1344, race, ethnicity, or religion. Now this is an interesting one because we don't normally get auto mods for race, ethnicity, or religion. Sophie says he has a name that sounds ginger, and sounds ginger has been flagged by auto mod there. I think we were talking about Angry Ginge. Sorry about that, Sophie. If you're still here, I'm really sorry. I didn't see that got caught. Really odd. Really odd indeed. Right. What are we doing? Where am I spawning in? Am I spawning in at the place that I'm going to immediately explain? Quite possibly. I think that's where I left. You just got to give it a minute for it to load in. Unfortunately. It's a little bit laggy, isn't it? I think it's just because I'm loading in. It might be a bit laggy for a second, folks. It's just because I'm loading in, not fucking that. It's music and sounds. I'm going to turn this up a bit. Because a lot of this stuff is turned down quite a bit. So hopefully it's not going to be... I have also got ducking on, so it should be fine. Oh, how laggy is this? That's laggy. You got to give it a minute, folks. It's a big server. It's a big server. It takes in a second, it'll go, and it'll just be, there you go. It's smooth now. We've got a mod on called Distant Horizons, which means that you can basically see far further than you normally can. So, me and Fruits are mucking about with trains again, if you can believe that. We may or may not have sponged out an entire ocean monument and are now putting a train station at the bottom of it. Possibly. That may be happening. Why, you may ask? Great question. First of all, I think it'd be good if we put some, like, possibly. It'd be good if we put some, I'll join a voice chat in a second, Fruits, by the way. Just to let you know, if you want to make one. You don't have to, by the way. It'd be nice to put some trainers in here. We can put some NPC Pokemon trainers in, who we can battle. They can be like water type specialist trainers and stuff. I think that might be quite interesting. But the other thing is more with what this is near. So we've sponged out this entire bit, so it's not in water. But the idea is we are going to get a tunnel from here. You can actually see where Fruits has dug out these tunnels. We're making like a channel tunnel thing. And it's going to go through here. It's going to go underwater. And it's going to end up at this station here. And it's going to serve this island here, which I don't believe I've shown on stream before. So do get ready. I'm in creative mode, by the way. Excuse fingers. Excuse fingers, I'm in creative mode. But we are going to be making a little station for this. Now, this is a statue that Bark made when Gundy killed loads of villagers, okay? And they put it at Gundy's place in Gundy City. So Gundy dismantled the entire thing, okay? Dismantled the entire thing and then built it in Bark's village. I may have streamed that. That might have been shown on stream. Not the actual Gundy moving it, but it being at Bark's might have been streamed. We decided to move it from Bark's to this little island, which is currently served by nothing but a pirate ship, which doesn't move. So it's going to be like it's like the Statue of Liberty, basically. So we're going to have a station that serves people that want to visit this place. These are all the little Mr. Bean heads there. Why does it say bean piss? So it originally said RIP because it was for the villagers that died, that Gundy killed. And then I think it might have been me, changed it to bean. And then someone else possibly put piss. So it just says bean piss now. So this is Bean Piss Island. Now there is music that plays here. I've not got it turned on because I think it might be copyrighted, but I will briefly unmute it for about 5 seconds. Okay, it's that one Danish song. Okay, there are various music discs that play here, including various versions of the Mr. Bean theme. There's like a metal cover and a techno cover and all that sort of thing. Really quite annoying when you're building just down there and you can hear it the whole time. But that's fine. So basically, we are building a train station that goes from here, which used to be an airport but is no longer because it was a blight. It was just a blight on the landscape, and it was like, it wasn't even half finished. It was just slightly made. And it was just fucking concrete. So we basically got rid of that, made it a nice little beach instead here. And we are turning it into a train station. We're turning it into a high-speed line that will go through these tunnels here. And this is where I left this morning, is that Fruits was doing one of these tunnels. Lovely dune restoration project, yeah. And what's basically going to happen is the train track is going to go underground, under the water. Obviously, it's going to be encased in like glass or something. It's going to go underwater and basically all the way down here, high speed underground, all the way down here, and end up here. And so here, little train station that we've been making. Not done yet by any means. It's still a little bit of a mess. We're just trying stuff out with the platform signs and what have you. Not perfect. We will get there though. And then we'll fill this place with loads of NPCs. Some will battle you, some won't. It'll be like the Woodland Mansion. If folks were here when I made the Woodland Mansion, I did a very similar thing with the... in fact, let's just teleport there, actually. In fact, it's probably difficult to teleport from here, so we'll do that instead. I did a very similar thing with the Woodland Mansion, where I basically took out the entire bottom of it, because it was one of those Woodland Mansions that is very... it's one of those Woodland Mansions that's very high up. It's got a huge foundation. So I hollowed out most of the foundation and put a train station inside it, which I believe is the last time that I streamed this. This would have been like September or October last year. It'll be a very similar... it'll be a very similar deal to that. So all of this in here, this was just solid cobblestone foundation. So I just hollowed it out. And I've put a little train station inside it. With trains, that's supposed to be a class 43 for anyone who's interested. It's not perfect, but it's close. Fruits is on a really good class 91 that runs around every now and then, I believe. I don't know if it's any of those actually. We have got the new measurement train as well. So it's just a little train station underneath the Woodland Mansion. So the idea is doing that again with an ocean monument, which I think would be quite interesting, because up here you can actually see on the map there's all these NPCs here, and most of those are, some of them are trainers, some of them will just have a chat with you. We've got a mod that adds like a multiple choice sort of system here. So it's a bit more like RPG based, I suppose, rather than just like your standard Pokemon dialogue where they just say something and your character says nothing in response. Like it's just like dumping lore on you usually, which I don't mind that, and some are like that in here. But it's just a nice little Nightlights joined and swiftly left the game. That's nice. That's class from Nightlights. So the annoying thing is they walk away from you when you have a chat with them. There's not a lot you can do about that. But everyone here you can have a little chat with. There's lore in this server that goes really fucking deep, and I'm actually going to add more at some point. I have got some ideas. It will get probably quite silly, but that's good though. So you chat with some people, and it talks about like the illagers who once lived here and why did they disappear and all that sort of thing. It's all sort of explained. This is like a sort of tour guide person. I've also got it, so if you can see that there, I've got it so it will actually say your name when you go here, which is quite nice. And yeah, there's like lore. You just talk to these people. You learn stuff. Ignore that stuff that Gundy's put there. You've got a little departure board there. Pokemon Center, so you can talk to Nurse Joy. And you go, fuck me, that was loud. I'm going to put the music on here though, because I do like it. Because I've put some Pokemon music in here, but like with a bit of ambient effects and stuff. It plays sometimes when there's like I've got some silent discs and then some discs that have music. So every now and then it will actually play a bit of music from Pokemon, which is quite nice. But once you come up here, sillier than the current lore, quite possibly. Quite possibly, yeah. It's not actually. It's a bit. It's fanciful. Put it like that. But when you come up here, there's trainers that you can battle up here. I don't know if I can find one, possibly. I think Kitty is one that you can battle. Here we go. Oh, for fuck's sake, don't forfeit. Yeah, it's just something to do. And the idea is at the Ocean Monument, you'll just have this sort of thing. But with water Pokemon, whereas in here it's like Psychic and Ghost and Dark and that kind of thing. I think if you go to the top floor, there's a set of trainers that I called like the Mansion Masters or something like that. There's the music. Some of this stuff's basically just like, there's no options. You just go through and have a normal conversation with them because it takes so long. It would take so long. It's so loud, this music, isn't it? It's probably not for you, actually, but I need to turn it down for my sake. It's really loud for me. Haley in there. So on the top floor is like, the higher up you go in the mansion, the more difficult the trainers become. You don't have to battle them. And at the moment, you don't get anything for battle them, but we have got like a quest system. Where I could program it. Look, Sabrina's here from Saffron City. So there's a quest thing where basically we could add like, you'd get a reward for beating them all or whatever, you know? Let's turn all that stuff down. Let's actually, I'm going to do that as well because I know Nightlights is going to come on and fucking try and scare me by playing a sound or something like that. So yeah, the idea is it'll take a while. So first of all, we've got to finish the train station. We don't have to finish the train station first. But making all these NPCs and programming them all probably took like a week. Probably took like a week of like fairly solid gameplay, I would say. I'll say gameplay. Most of it is like in the browser, like typing all the stuff out. But yeah, it'd be nice to do another thing like this. I was gonna do one. I don't know if I streamed this. I can't remember if this is after I had stopped streaming this. But it was, I sort of gave up after a while, where I was going to do another area like this, but it was set on a volcano. It was set on a volcano, and you were going to talk to, like, there was going to be like fire type trainers and stuff up here. So you'd like walk down. I was making a path. You can sort of see it there, where you'd sort of go down here and chat with like. There'd be like an area down here, like a little shop or something, and maybe a couple of people having a battle, and you battle them, and you maybe win something. But I didn't do it because I didn't update your maps. I didn't do it mostly because I couldn't be asked. The Woodland Mansion stuff took a lot of effort, and I was a bit exhausted at that point. But and at the top here, the idea is that you'd probably battle like Blaine or something like that. Up at the top of this, where the crater is, we actually made this little crater ourselves because the sort of the volcanoes in this don't actually, like the peaks, they don't tend to have a crater, but this one we've made a crater for it. There's also a command block that is generating like ash particles here. We can't figure out how to get it to work on a wider radius for some reason, but whatever. I stopped doing this as well because I was going to make a cable car, which you can sort of see here, like these conveyor belts. I was going to turn it into a cable car, and I could not for the life of me figure out how to do it, so I just gave up. That's my right as an American citizen, so it's fine, I guess. The distant horizon thing's causing that, by the way, because that chunk is loaded in. So that if it was all loaded in, it looks really nice. In fact, let me go over to let me go over here, because if you load all this bit in, and you like stand around, it looks so good with the distant horizons mod, because you can see all the mountains in the distance and that kind of thing. It's a very good mod. I do have a bit of a beefy PC for it these days, though, to be fair. I remember this train line that I made. I can't remember if I streamed this bit when I made this train line, but I very much enjoyed doing it. Because we had Grootdorp, which is this village here, and then there's a tiny village down here next to it, which is Kleindorp. Does it affect the server load? I don't know. I mean, if there's only like 4 of us on it nights, it probably doesn't make a real difference. I wouldn't imagine. So I've got Kleindorp down here, but now because you've got all the stuff loaded in, you can see all like that mountain in the distance, and like all of that, and like that over there. It just makes it look so much nicer like that than having a maybe like a 12 chunk radius or whatever, like a 12 chunk limit. Like being able to get that in the distance. It's nice, isn't it? It's really nice. It's very pretty. I'm very happy with it. New measurement train's coming, by the way. Oh no, it's 16 minutes late. It's 16 minutes late. Delay approx. Delay of another train. Oh, right. Interesting. So, okay, this one's coming in now. So it'll be the one after that, I assume. A lot of Pokemon get ran over by the trains in this, by the way, which is quite funny. But some of them also end up on the train. So there's just a Clink riding that one. Got a Butterfree in there as well. If they get on the tracks, another Clink there. If they get on the tracks, the train can sort of like suck them up. The train crashed your stream. What did he do? What did it do? What happened, Bark? No self-bomber, by the way, that is a ban for you, I'm afraid. Which I believe makes it about 6 bans for you in the past couple of weeks, but that's fine. I'll let you off. I have also got night vision on, so everything might look a bit bright. But that's because when you're working in the underwater monument thing, and you've not got night vision, it is very much a problem. Like you cannot see anything. This little bridge I made over here. But that's so much prettier. I think you can see Bark's holiday home up here as well somewhere. I can't remember where exactly it is now. But Bark's got a little holiday home. Might have to go back up here. Excuse my creative fingers. Do apologise. Over there, look. So it's incredibly low quality, obviously, in the distance, but that's Bark's little holiday home next to good old Grootdorp, which is coming along nicely. I've not really done much else with it recently, but got plenty of Dutch people in here. We've got Dirk. Also, the clocks now can have 4 sides, which is absolutely lovely. That's really nice. We've got Ronald. We've got 2 people over there having a chat. We've got Willem and Noor. There's someone in here as well, isn't there? Jan. We've got Jan in here as well. And Conductor Jane. And they all speak Dunglish, which is that sort of... I can't do an impression of it, but it's like an English-Dutch hybrid thing that Gundy was telling me about, and I thought it was quite funny. So they all speak this sort of hybrid language. And that's the whole, literally the whole joke of that. Grootdorp, I believe, means big village or big town or something like that, or large town. Yeah, looks lovely. Thank you very much, Aidan. I did make this station myself. I also made Kleindorp over there myself, which you can see probably in the distance. Not really, though. You can see it a little bit. Which is nice. It's just over there. I like this station. I'm a big fan of it. Doesn't really need much adding to it, to be honest with you. And Kleindorp is... I do like Kleindorp. Kleindorp has jazz music that plays. Oh, I won't do that if I've not got the fucking... Hang on. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, just ended. Fair enough. That's fine. But I'm going to change some of the schedules around. I have made a... I don't know where it is at the moment, actually. I was redoing a line up here because this line was all like bobbling up. It was slowly going up an incline, but it was not smooth. So I was tasked the other day with making this incline as smooth as possible, which it's not perfect because there's a little bit of a weird dip there, but there's not a lot I can do about that because it's quite steep. But other than that, it goes up there pretty smoothly. There is also a Marge here. There she is. Doesn't do anything. She's just there. But I did make a class 142 somewhere. An old Pacer train. I don't know where it is. I don't know. Fruits, do you know where the Pacer is? Is it up at the top? I think Fruits might have mentioned it being at the top. So this was all... there was no cutting here. It just went up with the terrain. So it was constantly like going up like that and then up like that, and then there'd be a smooth bit and then a really steep bit, whereas now it's one long continuous thing. Also, in the since I've last played it, we've got pylons and stuff like masts, so we can have trains with pantographs and stuff, which is quite nice. So we're going to make the most of that in the underwater tunnel that we're doing. Here you go. Here's my little Pacer. So I made this with Fruits. I mostly made it myself, and then Fruits came and sort of gave me a few little pointers to fix it. So it's a little northern Pacer. It's a bit nice on the inside, like there's a Zubat riding on it as well, which is now dead. But the interior is not quite the same because it's very difficult to like replicate the interior in Minecraft, but the outside's not bad. It does look like a Pacer. There you go. This is the first time my PC's really struggled since I got it. Oh, right. Weird. Is it because you're just booting in? I think eventually it should start smooth, being a bit smoother, possibly. Good northern pacer, yeah. So we can do several pacers. We can do that one, and we can make another one. Because literally, to change the livery, all you have to do is get a wrench. All these are copycat panels, so you can just remove all the color off these basically, and make the blocks anything that you want them to be. So we can make we can make like an Arriva one or like a Transport for Wales one and stuff. We can just have them like roaming about. But it'd be nice to have that doing like an all-stopper service that goes down to like Kleindorp and stuff, I think. Because Kleindorp's a bit of a sort of smaller station. I do like the smaller... I think Fruits has made another smaller station down here, which I quite like. There's this one. It doesn't particularly serve anything yet. But it's just a simple sort of 2-platform. Not a lot to it. And I just think it's nice. It's just a very nice, pleasant little station. I was in Bergen a few weeks back, and as part of that, we got a mountain train up from a place called Flam. I probably pronounced that wrong. Lovely journey. I've been on a little mountain. I've been on a little mountain train. It was on like what do they call it? It's like it's on not cogs. It's like almost it's like a gear railway almost. Going up in Switzerland. It's really nice. There's a train coming in now, look. So this is the ICM, which Fruits made based on the Cobblemon in the Netherlands, which you will all know because I assume you fucking better have anyway that you've all watched my Train Sim World stream with Gundy where we drove one of these. If not, then !YouTube, please do get watching that, folks. So I knew about the Cobblemon before it was even announced in Train Sim World because I was like, oh, that's the one that Fruits made in Minecraft, which is a surprising amount of train knowledge that I have is based off what, if you can't name the train, it is a Ben. Yeah, please no backseat modding, Nightlights, I will kick you from the server. You can also get a good view here of Henry bricked up in the tunnel, which is nice. Nice little Easter egg. You've got Henry bricked up in the tunnel there, which is lovely. It's like in Irish, like an O noise. Okay, so flawn, like that then. They get bricked up in a tunnel. It's terrible, isn't it? It's terrible. Henry caked up. Yes, quite Nightlights. I don't know what else is new since the last time I went on this server. Let me figure it out. Let me have a look. We made an underground station. So Nightlights has a station by his Pokemon gym here, which I've almost just got run over on. Eugene's. So Nightlights is like a sort of industrially looking station, which is quite nice. We've got this sort of cacophony of a junction. We did dig this through because there's a station up here. The shopping village station, which was getting constantly like backed up because there's only 2 lines going through it basically. I think there might have been 3 possibly. There is, maybe we've got rid of one of them now. But we basically, it was unsustainable. So underneath the shopping village, which is that delightful building there, we've got an underground station. Jay, welcome in. How's it going? Didn't know LED timetable signs were possible. It's nice. That was, I think that's a fairly recent thing. You can change the color of them now, Aiden and stuff. You can change the color and the text and all that sort of thing. They're slowly getting more and more customizable. Oh, the lift, of course. I'll do that on the way back up. So we've got Winkeldorp, which is like a nice little underground station. Love the texturing on the walls. The text sort of fading in and out, I think is a shader problem. Unfortunately. There you go. My sleep pattern's just been ruined by my alarm not going off. I'm sorry to hear that, Jay. I've had that before and it is not pleasant. It's not pleasant at all. I hope you can get it back on track though. Here we go. Let me take the lift up. There we go. So it's just below this basically. And it just means that more lines can go through because Fruits' station is slowly getting more. I mean, that's just a ridiculous network of lines. It is good though. It does. My old PC could not handle being in here for too long. My new one can, thankfully. We've got a massive clock there as well. Finkeldorp reminds me of the train station at Copenhagen Airport. Are you familiar with that one, Fruits? Because Fruits might well have been there. A lot of the stations that we've done have been inspired by other stations in real life. So Algedon up here was inspired by Helsinki Station. If anyone's ever been there, fucking hell, it is laggy up here. It does take a second for it to load in. This is my neck of the woods, people. This is my little town. So Fruits built this station, but it's based off Helsinki Station, I believe. Which is lovely. You just get straight on the metro from CPHR. There you go. There you go. Hope I can take my holidays next week, so I kind of need to wake up at a normal time, yeah. Where are you going on holiday? When you say holiday, are you going on holiday, or have you got like a week off? Or both? I assume both if you are going on holiday. So yeah, this Fruits built this. It's based off... It's Helsinki, isn't it? It's based off Helsinki. I don't think anything else has happened here since I last streamed it. Other than it looks a lot nicer now with the Distant Horizons mod. You can actually see quite far in the distance, which is good. You can see all the azalea trees over there. All these fucking trees. By the way, all these trees here I planted by hand. For those who are maybe new here, all of those trees I planted by hand. It took me about 3 days. That was good. It does cover like all of this. I don't know if I've shown off. I've got like a little campsite here that I made. So I've got like a little campsite on the go. Someone's left the door open. It's just a nice little house. Off to Greece with a few mates. Very nice. Enjoy. I hope you can get your sleep schedule back on track for that then. That would be ideal. I've got the old Reggie Ice Lake, which I did make on stream, I believe. I don't know if anyone else remembers that. It looks great on the mini map as well. Got like a little sort of Christmas market thing set up here. It's not fully set up though. You can't buy stuff in it just yet. You can't talk to these people. But the idea is you can buy stuff off them that's a little bit less common. So this person sells berries. The idea would be that he like rotates stock every week or something like that. That would rely on me playing it every week, which I don't. Same with this, like a bakery. You can get like a croissant or a cookie or something like that. Coffee by Nero. They all have really stupid names. Brie sells the cheese, of course. Sherry sells like alcohol, so you can get Joe's special mixture or Eiswein. Benedict sells eggs and milk buckets, because eggs are a little bit trickier to come across in Cobblemon if you've not got animals. You have to sort of get them from Execute and possibly one other Pokemon, and that's kind of it. You can buy some armor there, some smithing templates, and like honey stuff, because again, honey's a bit difficult to come across unless you have like a Combee or a Vespiquen. And you have to kill them to get it anyway, so I think, possibly. And you've got some little practice Pokemon battlegrounds here as well, which is nice. Do you like this, Jay? I'm quite fond of this. I was on this server for like 3 or 4. My time played on this server is probably ridiculous. 28 days. So I've basically spent up 4 weeks. That's 4 whole weeks. That's not like... That's like if I stayed up non-stop for 4 weeks playing this. I've been on this server for that long. And I was a bit of a latecomer to it. I don't know how I feel about this tower. I don't know why I did it. It's like a little lift thing so you can go up. And the idea was it was like part of an old fort or something like that. But it's overdone, I think. It's a bit too fucking close to the station as well. So 670 hours, oh my god. Jesus. You can talk to this person. This person's not got the new NPC stuff, so she sort of just starts saying things as soon as you get near her. Whereas the newer ones, if you come up here into the temple, I love this fucking temple, by the way. This little temple that I made. The people in here actually do have like the proper RPG style multiple choice kind of dialogue. I also got to a point where I invented my own religion, which is, I mean, it's a little bit mad. I got to a point in the Minecraft server where I got so into it that I started making my own religion. So you have these people. Corker Sharov is there, and also Corker Milish. We all get to that phase, yeah. And these are like your sort of priests, I suppose. And you can talk to these people, and it even fucking tells you about the religion. It doesn't have a name, the religion, but like, there's extended lore about what it means and all that kind of bollocks. It's very interesting to make this stuff, but it's so fucking unnecessary. And there's also a book here which has like the lore of the town. It's like an ice type town. So I am the ice type gym leader in this town. So we have gym leaders on the server. And I think Knights is like is it Fire and Steel or something, Knights, that you are? I think, I can't remember what Gundy is now, like Ground possibly. Bark is not a specific type, but just specifically yellow and purple Pokemon. And I'm ice type, so I've got this little, if you've not seen this, my little gym is down here. So I would stand here, do my battle, where the trainer would be there, and the trainer can see that I'm there. I've got a little jukebox there, so it plays music while we battle. There's like your PCs and your healing machines in here, so you can get your Pokemon out. I've got like a specific gym team there that I use. There's all my Pokemon as well that I've caught. Jesus. A lot of the newer Pokemon that are like from like Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet and stuff, I'm aware of because I've seen them in this game. So I've got Aspen, who's one of my favorites. That's from X and Y, isn't it? I've also got a Miltank that is a mushroom Miltank, which means that you can, if you give it a bowl, it gives you mushroom soup instead of milk, which is quite nice. So it's basically just infinite food from this. I've got a level 98 Swellow that I fly around on. And then I also have a Heatran, which I caught, but unfortunately it doesn't have a sprite yet in the game. So it's nothing at the moment, but I hold on to it because why not? At least it doesn't do... in Knights, have you seen at the top in the map? It doesn't do the whole pink and black square thing anymore. It's actually got a proper sprite for it. Whereas before, if you had a Pokemon that didn't have a sprite, it just had this ginormous pink and black square thing, like a missing texture sort of thing. Whereas now it's actually got a nice little thing, which is nice. So that's my little gym. You can sit down here and watch on the little benches. There is also like a little gym challenge that you can do down here, which I may come back to again. It's a little bit complex. I think one person did it and didn't really fucking get it. There is like a book down here that explains what to do, but it's like a puzzle type thing. It's like a word based, like it's like an encryption sort of puzzle. It does explain how to do it with all these hints that should be on page 1. There you go. There's 2 ways you can do it and all that sort of thing, and there's a thing that tells you how to do it. And basically the idea is that in each of these little holes down here, there's just loads of doors, and behind each, there's 3 chambers like this, and behind one of these doors is an item that you need to get, and the way that you find it is you decipher these using the codes that you would have come across on the way down. The books do give you hints on how to do it, and it slowly, like, each page will tell you, like, it'll give you a bigger hint. So if you're really stuck, it basically just ends up telling you what to do. Kuntag, no more hands, but no, not for today. I think I'll go on it tomorrow again, Sophie. I was getting too enticed by the prospect of hopping on a bit of Minecraft, I'm afraid. So there's 3 little puzzles like that. There are Pokemon that spawn down here, but whatever. They're not really supposed to. There's not a lot I can do about that. So basically, you get the 3 items that I look for, and then once people have got them, then they can challenge my gym. That's the idea of it. And the other idea is like the first gym, the challenge is really easy, and then the second gym, the challenge is a bit more difficult. Pokemon murder, yes, I did just kill that Graveler. Yeah, you did. It's good. I like murdering Pokemon in this. It's quite satisfying. There's also the sort of champion the making guy here as well. So I'm the 6th gym leader, so I've made the challenge fairly difficult. But there is also like hints if people just don't want to do it. The original idea was to have because this is a mod, this big spire thing. This ice spire is a mod. Which adds this sort of like structure. The idea was it was gonna have something in this that you did. But I've changed it now, so it's nothing to do with this, but there is lore. Is there lore in this? I think there is. I think if you go to the top, there's a chest with a book in it, and it's got some lore inside it, possibly. Yeah. Keyword cipher textbook. Yeah, so you can actually cheat on the gym. If you go up here first and find this book, you do actually just get the answers for it, basically. So it sort of rewards exploration, I guess. But I like that. In terms of like Pokemon games, everywhere you go has something. There's no way you go in a Pokemon game that just doesn't have anything, unless it's like Altering Cave or whatever, in which case it was going to have something, but then it didn't. Everything has a purpose, so I want it to be like that in this, where every building you go into, you pick up some information, or there is something that you are given that makes it worth it, you know? So all the buildings that I've made in here all have different NPCs. So in the back here, there's like a little, I don't know if I showed this off last time I played this, but I've made like a little graveyard thing in the back of this temple. There was going to be some lore here. I completely forget what the lore actually was going to be. I think I remember, but I don't quite know how I was going to do it. But it was just like a little mystery thing that I was going to do. Because I like those sort of things in Pokemon games where you just sort of like stumble across a place and then it's like, oh, what's this about? And then you find something out about it, and then there's like a little mystery. Like the Strange House in Black and White 2 that we went to. I love that sort of thing. There is also Baltic Avenue here, which has several people living in it. I think Michael McDonald lives in one of them somewhere. Is it that one? No, Michael McDonald lives in this one. So you've got Michael McDonald. And I believe Ice Spice lives in this one. Yeah, just hanging out there. Don't really know anything else about Ice Spice, just that she is in the Minecraft server. I know, but like so there's not a lot of lore up there, mind you, but like down here, like if you go in there's like a little Pokemon center here that I've got. We've got Old Donkey Regis, Nurse Joy as well. You can get your Pokemon healed up. Why is Ice Spice in it? Why not? I can't remember why Ice Spice is in there. It's because it's meant like an ice themed, there's like a snowy themed town, and I was like, who would live in a snowy themed town? And I think I just put ice in like the Skindex thing, like the Minecraft Skins website. And Ice Spice came up, so I was like, oh, fair enough, I'll just put her in it then. She doesn't say anything. But gotta go to work, catch you tomorrow. Jay, thank you very much for being here. Enjoy work if you can. Possibly. If not, I hope it goes by alright. Take care, mate. Thank you very much for popping in. But you can talk to these people, and there's like gossip. You can't really see this because there's a chat in the way. I'm sorry about that. But like, there's a really fucking stupid mystery that I've got with a character called Dr. Doohickey who lives in that building there. It's a bit fucking stupid. There's someone, I can't remember who lives in here now. If anyone. It's Cherry. She's got like a nice sort of pink themed house that I made. I believe she has. Does she have dialogue? No, she doesn't have dialogue. Some of them do not have dialogue. She has a little happening that sits on the sofa though. A little cushion thing. This is my house here. With my, I believe my butler Chivers is here. Yeah, there he is. So got Chivers there. You got your basic sort of your workbenches and all my storage is in here. I got like tons of fucking raw rabbit because Gundy spawned in like thousands of Diggersbys or something, or probably I spawned them in and then killed them all. But I've got a nice little house up here with a little TV and a bread box. All your basic needs, you know, box of chocolates, little bed, with a little picture frame there of someone that looks vaguely like me, I guess. My lookout on my city, on my town. I would like to add some more houses and stuff to this, but I just haven't got around to it. I believe I don't know if there's anyone that lives in here. No, I would like to get more people in here, but I've just not got around to it. Oh, there is also the Captain. What is it called? Right Honourable Mr. The Right Honourable Mr. Doctor Sir Captain Tom. No, so Captain Tim Meyer, MD Memorial Spot. I didn't want to get sued or anything like that, so it's Tim Meyer. Funded by the Doctor Right Honourable Mr. Doctor Sir Captain Tim Meyer. I don't know what DMS stands for. Death Memorial Spa? Possibly? Non-profit, in quotes, organisation. You got a little spa in here. Again, not dialogued. No dialogue, but there's like a little... Oh, fucking hell. There's a little thing you can not actually sit in there, but that's fine. Got some massage rooms with Patrick. You have to speak up. I'm wearing a towel. Very good. And Tim, Captain Tim, I believe, is in the park somewhere. There he is. So he just does laps around the park, and he tells you about how he does laps and stuff. And how his daughter took all the money that he raised and spent it on that spa over there. Wherever it's gone. Just a little joke. Just a little Captain Tom joke. Garden Boy, yeah. Garden Boy. I would like to get more people in here. I was going to get people like battling in here and stuff. At the moment I've got Captain Tom and Abigail, who I don't think says anything, but she's painting. Like, she's meant to be painting that sort of landscape. What else is there in here? This is like a little... What is this place? Like a forge? Algernon Forge, furnaces, etc. Yeah. So you got like a little forge where if you can just pick up like 3 buckets of lava. If you want to be like smelting stuff, you can just pick up 3 buckets of lava. You can talk to Scardy. And I believe she also has a brother who lives in here who only talks in Skyrim quotes. Yeah. Oh, the game crashed. Oh, I'm sorry, Knights. So this guy, he just talks in Skyrim quotes. Which is funny, I guess. The point of that is that him and his sister, who runs the thing, come from like a foreign land, and he learned how to play. If you talk to her, she mentions it. Like, he learned how to speak English by playing video games. Which is what a lot of people say. But the joke is that when you talk to him, he literally only knows Skyrim quotes and that's it. I think it's funny. I don't know. So I'm on 3 screens and farting about in Photoshop. That's fair. That's fair. What's got Noel? What does Noel say? Climbing up and down the stairs. There's a few people walking around. You've got Nevis down there and Don. You've got the old lodge here. You've got Mike Wattleby. A lost sailor who says... Oh, you can't hear it because I've got it fucking turned off.
I spill my drink.
There you go, he says that. I used to live in here until I built that big house over there. I used to live in here, but then I gave it to this guy, Millard. Millard F. Crench. I used to live up here. All my storage boxes are in here, which worked for a bit, but I needed more space. So you got this, and you've also got the breeding abode, which is like a little breeder's place, which is up here. Little old couple run it. It's like a sort of daycare type thing. But I've got some of my Pokemon out here in like a little pasture sort of thing. So it's like a little Lapras and a Ice Cube and a Mora and that kind of thing. They'll just sort of hang about up here, which is nice. There's also this guy who kept bugging out and like walking across the fucking... The way you set them up is that you have them walking along paths. And you can choose like a direct... You can choose like where they go. So I can put like a marker here, and then I put a marker here. And so he will walk from A to B, and then he'll put a marker here, and he'll walk to that point. So you can get it so he walks actually along the paths. But what was happening? Apparently there's a problem with the mod where basically... Why is there no water in here? Oh, there is water. You just can't see it that well. Hey, look, there's no water for a second. This guy, when you booted up the server, he was walking from like down there up like this way, but I had it set so he was walking like along the path, so it would be like point A there, then point B, then point C, then point D. So he was always walking in straight lines, but it looked like he was walking along the route. But what was happening when you booted him up into the server is that he would immediately, if he was like up here, he would just fucking walk down here, like straight across. He would try and walk down here. Apparently it's a problem with the mod that never got fixed, and the guy who made the mod knows that it's a problem, and it's just like, I'm not going to fix it. So unfortunately this guy is just locked here, otherwise he starts walking about everywhere and just gets stuck. So they tend not to walk as far now in the game. So this fella here just sort of walks up and down these steps. He doesn't sort of walk like all the way across the city or anything like that. That's the only way to fix it, I've found. It would so the way that it worked is basically if you had your character go from A to B to C to D, okay, that's fine. It can do that. If you put down 5 spots, A to B to C to D to E, and then it would go back to A, and you join it up and it would be like a loop. But what would happen if you join the server is no matter what, if you left the server and he was on C, for example, if he was on point C, when you loaded into the server again, or when you loaded into this chunk, for example, he would just immediately default wherever he was at that point to going back to A. Like it would always start at A. It would never start from the most. It wouldn't save what the most recent point was. It would always just want to default back to starting at A. So if A is there, and then you've got B, C, D, E, F, G. Let's say like M is up there. If I leave this area and that person was on point M, as soon as I come back, he just walks the path of least resistance to point A, which is just down this hill, and he'll just get stuck in here. And that's what kept happening. Which is really fucking annoying. Really fucking annoying. But the guy who made the mod was like, yeah, I know this is a thing, but I don't do modding anymore, so I'm not fixing it. Even though they were like, I could fix. They even went like, I know how to fix it, I just don't want to do it. Which is a little bit annoying because the mod's actually a really fucking popular one as well. It's called Tatizens. That's how you add in all the NPCs, and then the dialogue mod that adds this like multiple choice thing is called Blabber, which is really good. Otherwise, if you don't have Blabber, the way that they talk to you, if you go near them, they just sort of spit messages out like this. You can actually see the message sort of there. That's what Blabber does. If you can just do it so he does that, and it'll just spit out a set of lines at you, but you can't interact with them or anything like that, which is fine for some things. But like if you want proper RPG style dialogue, you have to go for something a bit better. This is Cobblemon Manikai, yeah. Yeah. This is Cobblemon. So, got the station here, which is nice. There's your class 43. So, that's just a little refresher. I've also got, I forgot about this. There's a little train yard that Fruit's made. I believe my 142 prototype is here as well as some freight trains. Yeah, there's my 142 prototype, which isn't perfect. We had to adjust it a little bit. The refueling thing here was not in the right spot, so we had to move it around a little bit, which is fine. Fruits has made these little like wagons as well, which is nice. But we've also got in here my little comedy club that I made, the Droll Hole. I can't remember if I streamed this. I genuinely can't remember. It's just a little comedy club we've got going. Unfortunately, there's no one in it apart from Cornelius who works here. But it's a nice little, just a little comedy club, and you can go up on stage and tell some jokes. And then you can't make the Tatersons, you can't make NPCs sit down, I believe, which is a problem. So you can't actually fill this place with sat down NPCs. Otherwise, that'd be really good. Apparently, the fellow who made the mod basically said, like, well, you can make them stand or like lie down or swim, but that's it. Like, they can't do anything else. You can't make them sit down in a spot or anything like that, and then just stop making the mod, which, whatever. There's also a toilet here. It's a giant toilet that has some shit and piss in it, which is nice. But there's your little droll hole. Cornelius doesn't say anything either. That's an ATM machine. You can deposit your cogs and stuff in there. You can make them sit down on the train, but you have to hit them with the train. Yeah. You can't, unfortunately, like, I can't spawn one in here and go, like, right, now you sit on that chair. Like, they will not do it. It just doesn't work, which is a real shame. Why is that? Why is that like that? There you go. That was weird. Oh, this one's done the same as well. Ooh. Excuse my creative fingers once again. It is nice in here. I believe I have shown it before. But you got some vending machines. There's a little coffee shop here. This way it gets really loud in here as well. There's a little coffee shop. You can have a chat with. I think they give you a coffee. There you go. That's nice. I will get rid of that though because I'm in creative mode. There is also here. I'd have to go into survival mode for this. But through this portal, there's a little. Oh Jesus! So loud. That's probably copyrighted as well, but whatever. It's a little like first class lounge in here, which is nice. You can have a sit down while you wait for your train. Oh, for fuck's sake! I went into the Nether by accident because I was in creative mode. That's my fault. What's in the Nether? Oh yeah. I forgot about this. It's royalty free. Oh, okay, that's fine then. If it's like 5 seconds of it, it's not a problem. I forgot about this. Has anything else happened with this fruits, or is this just as it was? This was going to be like a Nether monorail that takes you between all the places. This place looks great, doesn't it? No, that's fair enough. I mean, it does go down all the way to like here. Then you have different rooms. So Dracula Flow is here. I assume this is Knight's place then? Got the Netherlands down here. I don't want to go in there. I fixed things in the Nether but not actually done anything productive. That's fair. We've not really used the Nether in this. It's not really that interesting. Everything interesting has happened sort of elsewhere. Would you like me to change the season? Fruits? Is that probably... Let's do that. Let's also set the weather to clear. We don't want it snowing. We don't like it snowing. Oh, you just shove on summer. It's fine. We got spring. That's not a problem. So with the Distant Horizons mod, you can see this stuff in the background. Oh, if you like Pokemon, you'll like this, by the way. So we've got a Pokemon gym here. This is Bark's Pokemon gym, which probably copyrighted music once here, but that's fine. That's not a problem. Got a TV tower up there, and that's Fruits' station. That's Lag Island over there. That's Gundy's little sort of fake Dutch village that he was making. But if you go over this way, We've got Peanut Island, which has some pretty good things on it actually. If you've not seen them, I will take you around. This is where like the really sort of crazy stuff has been built. You know, like the stuff that you look at and go, Jesus Christ, how has someone built that? We've got a little grave here for when we accidentally broke the server and killed a load of NPCs because there's a mod that adds sky islands as like floating islands every now and then. We it's a collective effort, I suppose. And we decided to just blow up the islands by TNTing them. But in one island, we put so much TNT down that the server crashed, and then the server would boot up again. And then so much TNT would explode that the server just crashed again. And it basically went on for about 2 hours where we were just sat in a loop of the server crashing because TNT was blowing up. That we ended up accidentally killing all we killed all entities, I believe, that were loaded in. But we were all at this sky island in the middle of nowhere. So no entities, the only entities that were killed were the blown up TNT, well, the TNT blocks, apart from NPCs that were in chunks that are permanently loaded. When Gundy did it, he did a little genocide, didn't he, Gundy? Well, it wasn't great. It did not look well. It did not reflect well on him. So everything that was in a loaded chunk, which includes around spawn and a couple of other places that are force loaded, the NPCs just got wiped, just eviscerated. In fact, it says here, which one is it? Here we go. Conductor Jane, cherished member of the LTA fam, vaporized. She is dead, folks. We've also got Bob Velocity, who died. Squidward's Hopes and Dreams. Professor Oak died. We've got Samson Oak replacing him. Officer Jenny. Ricky Boggy. In the little cars thing. Gundy did it, of course. Got Joey as well. Joey died. Nurse Joy. So this is everyone around the spawn area, which is here, I believe. So all the NPCs in this area died. So Bob's come back now. We've brought Bob back. Professor Oak, I believe, was in here. It is now replaced by Professor Samson Oak. Because Professor Oak in this canon is actually dead, which is a real shame. There's a little train station here. But there was just a few NPCs that basically just got wiped off the map, basically. Nurse Joy in the Pokemon Center as well, in there. She died. We had Ricky Boggy, who lived in this Lightning McQueen car, which is good. There's a little Lightning McQueen that someone made. So we've got Ricky Boggy Jr. who lives in there. He doesn't do anything, though. I was going to make him tiny, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. So, does this still lag in here? It's not so bad. This used to be really laggy in here, I think because of all these player heads. These are all player heads. It used to lag a lot. Doesn't look like it does that anymore, but that's fine. I've also got that fucking pirate ship up there. I didn't know you could go in, yeah. It's just got loads of fucking player heads and stuff, but it'll probably fucking crash your game. Like, I used to go about 5 FPS in there. Anywhere around here, I would just be like 15 FPS. My PC did not like it one bit. But that's fine. It's not the end of the world. What else is there to show off? What have we not looked at? Oh, Knight's made a big fucking boat. So Knight's made a big, giant fucking, like, cargo fucking freightliner sort of thing. Which is pretty good. Mine's grand with Distant Horizons off. Oh, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Does this still have the one that goes where it's you singing at nights? Or did you get rid of that? Cargo room. Is it in here? That's my line, mate. It was really good, Wise. I still laugh about that every now and then. I'll just be sat by myself and go, what you like? It almost lined up then. You almost lined up. Sorry if that was really loud. There was a weird thing. Okay. There was a weird thing when I streamed this last where the directional audio was being really weird. So I could hear stuff just fine. But if I turned a certain way, like, you couldn't hear it anymore. I don't know if that's still a thing. I don't know if that's still an issue. We could probably test it out. We could maybe test it out. If we get back to this music. So I assume you can all hear that. I assume that's everyone can just hear that. That's fine. That's not a problem. Is that right? Yeah. So, can you hear it now? It looks like you still can. From the levels. Yes, okay. And it's still fairly loud. It's not like... It's maybe not as loud, but it's basically as loud. It's like... What was happening before is when I turned away from it, for some reason, if I captured the audio through OBS, what was happening is, as soon as I turned round, for some reason, you couldn't hear it anymore. Like, the directional audio was just very, very directional for some reason. I don't quite know why. I don't know what was up with that. Who's that? Berrymaster. Oh yeah, Gundy made a little Berrymaster here, didn't he? Some software surround thing, quite possibly. I could not figure out how to fix it, so I just started routing it through Wavelink instead. Gundy made this area. It looks really nice, doesn't it? It's got a nice plateau and there's a little flowing river that goes down. And Gundy's really good at this sort of like environment building. Like, he's done all of this. All these trees down here, like this forest, was all made by Gundy as well, all terraformed and stuff. Looks lovely, but don't let it get to his head. I wouldn't do that. Don't worry. But yeah, Gundy made all this down here. All these trees and stuff. It's nice. So Gundy's done a lot of terraforming with this sort of thing. And here as well. I believe there's another place somewhere where Gundy's mucked about with it quite a bit. Is it over here? Is it? No, not by the, it's down here. It's down here, look. So it's like a nice little tower there. I don't think that's something Gundy's made. I think that's a pre-built tower. But Gundy's made like these sand dunes and stuff like that. He's also responsible for the Dutch translation of the hit Minecraft game Minebox. There you go. Gundy did the translation for that. If anyone has played that before. If anyone's played that before and has played it in Dutch, Gundy did all the translations for that. Sorry, I'm just going to fix that because it's winding me up a bit. Sometimes I just go through and I'll just fix these things. That's your favourite Dutch translation? Yeah, me too. This is just by Gundy's place, Rustfall City, which is very nice on like this cliff thing here. I think Gundy's got videos on his YouTube channel that are like not streams, they're just like highlight videos. If people want to check those out, I believe it's youtube.com/@Gundalf. I'm only in some of them. Because I wasn't there for the first like 3 months of the server. because I was hiding away like a PU55Y. I put Sheldon and Leonard here arguing about fucking trains, which Gundy hates, so I'm leaving it there. There is also Michael. Oh, I'm not sitting here listening to that. I'm not interested. That's good though. Also trained an AI to write phonetically as if I'm speaking. Yes, he has shown me it. It does work quite well actually. How long's this been here for? Oh, I thought that was a door. Is this a door? Oh. Fair enough. There's a little bark house there then. If anyone wants that. There is also this fucking... I'll show Knights thing over here later. I was going to show this. Peanut Island. We got to the gravestones and then I completely forgot about it. We got here, didn't we? There's a little McDonald's here. So you can go in. You can order a burger. Some fries, a salad, perhaps. Apple pie, chocolate sundae, a tea, coffee, green tea. I believe this lift currently does not work because every time the game crashes, the lift goes down to the bottom of the world. So you can actually see that the lift is all the way down there for some reason. Is it coming back up? I don't think so. I think the lift is broken again. Yes. The lift is broken here again. I don't know if I can fix it inside here. Oh, here we go. So, okay. Right, well, I see that. The problem. That's fine. At least I'm in creative mode. So that lift will slowly make its way back up. But every time the server crashes, the lifts break. And they do that. So you have to fix them. But that's not a terrible issue. We do have this problem over here, though. So we've got a little station here. I will walk through this as God intended. So we've got a little train station here for Peanut Island, which I think is quite nice. Just a simple 2-platform terminus sort of station. If you come out here, I don't think it's finished yet. We've got 3 things, or 4 things possibly to note here. We've got... Oh, jeez, that's so loud for me. Is that really loud for anyone else? That's so loud for me. That is really loud. I don't know if that's just me or not. What were the levels like when I got close to that? Is it okay? Okay. If any, is it quiet? I could turn the game audio up and then just like turn it down on my end. So Gundy has begun to make a Duraludon hotel based on the Pokemon Duraludon. If you're familiar with that one, I believe it's a newer one. But that is just fucking crazy, isn't it? I don't know how he's managed to do that. But it's not all furnished, but like the fucking lifts are broken in here as well, aren't they? But you can go up here. I believe Gundy's made some sort of restaurant thing. There's like a little restaurant here. I believe there's Garfield in here somewhere. Is that right? Yeah, Garfield's just here. Which is fine. There's a lovely little sort of romantic restaurant. There are also some hotel rooms, I believe, further up. Possibly. I think there's one in each arm. Yeah, so you got a hotel room there in the sort of arm. Crazy stuff though. Crazy. And then we come on to this, which is going to be like the Pokemon League stadium. So you'd fight like the Elite Four here. So you come in through here. Again, it's not fully done. We've got a Chili's. I made a little Chili's here. So you can get some baby back ribs. Which is nice. There's loads of ribs there if you want. Don't know whose cat that is. I don't think we'll ever find out at this point. Whatever. Doesn't matter. But I believe Nightlight's made this. This stadium, which is just fucking crazy. You've got a lot of you got Waldo in there, look. So this is where you'd be having your Pokemon like Elite Four battles. I believe there's also a lift that takes you down into like the green room down there when it's not underneath the world. The Celesteela Stadium. There you go. The Celesteela Stadium, which is I watched Knights build this from the ground up. It's pretty mad, but it looks great, doesn't it? We've got plenty of NPCs in here. We've got Maud and Ned as well, stood at the back. No footlongs and all that sort of thing. Really good. I mean, it's fucking huge. And then we've got this thing, which is the Claydol Marina. Again, Nightlights has done this. So eventually this is going to become like some sort of marketplace almost. And it's also got these arms that like shoot off it. You can actually see it on the map. It's got like these different bits, like offshoots. And the idea is that at some point one of them is going to have like the SS Anne possibly like come up to it and dock. So you'd have like the SS Anne here. Which is crazy. But then down here you've got like a little marketplace and loads of little people just sort of doing their thing, and got some sailors, and there's still some villagers floating around in water, which I believe we can probably kill at this point. Because they were fired out of a... I think they come from that. I think we were whacking them with a... We had a stick with 255 knockback. So we were hitting villagers out of this pirate ship and seeing how far they would go. And there's quite a few of them that have ended up here. So I might as well just kill them. But it's nice, nice little area. You've got lots of sort of... It's like a little sort of dock sort of thing. It's got Thickums over there. Garibaldi. And so on. But I helped Knights design these little Pokeball things on the side. I'm quite proud of it. I think the Pokeball things are really good. I'm quite happy with it. Adds a bit of light to it, you know. Oh, it looks great, doesn't it? It looks really good. It does look a bit pale. I don't know if it was always that pale or if that's a shader thing. The grey is a very light grey for me. I don't know if it's always been like... It has calcite, so it must have been. And then we've got like a little village here. A little town. Which is meant to be like Satopolis from Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. If you've played those ones. I believe there's music that plays here. I don't know where it is though. But we did at one point have music that played in this village. Is it this? It's not this. That's the Duraludon Hotel theme. Where's the top? I could make the disc, I suppose, couldn't I, actually? Okay, hang on. Let me duplicate this. And then let me do audio player. Is it apply? And then I've got to find the ID, which is in a spreadsheet somewhere. We had Satopolis music, didn't we? Song IDs. Satopolis. Some of the names of these. What a Fool Believes. Stay Woot Her Johnny. Monkey on the Car Rave. Baby Back Ribs. Where's Satopolis? I can't find it. I can't find Satopolis in the files. That's a shame. No idea. Oh right, we had a Satopolis, like a nice little rendition of the Satopolis theme here. There is also, I believe, Cynthia here, but she is currently living in a hole. And the reason for that is you were going to go into this house, and then as soon as you go in, it played the music. From, you know, when we played Black and White 2, when you face Cynthia, you go in and it goes and all that sort of thing. That did happen here, and then you battled Cynthia. But unfortunately, I think when the server was being backed up or something like that, you can actually see there is basically a chunk here that is not like the rest of it. And basically, this chunk, for some reason, reset to its default state, which meant that Cynthia's house, which was in the middle of this chunk, basically just disappeared. So she is no longer in the house, and we have not rebuilt it. There was another chunk over here, like in the marina, that basically just got completely eviscerated and reset back to its default state, which fucked a lot of things up. But we fixed that because that was a big glaring issue. But this one down here was not so bad. So Cynthia is still down here now. And doesn't really do anything. There's water down here as well, which is quite funny. So maybe that'll get rebuilt at some point. I don't know. Not by me. It's not my job. It's not my job. Let's see how Fruits is doing with this. Shall we? It's snowing here, look. Oh, should we get in a voice chat? I said to Fruits, I'll go in a voice chat. Should we get in a voice chat with Fruits? Hello. This is where I found out Fruits has disappeared. Or he's in a meeting. Oh, no problem, Fruits. Would you like me to... I'll mute myself. I'll mute myself for the time being. I probably did, didn't I? No, Fruits is also working at the same time, so... That's fine. That's understandable. Where's Fruits? Oh, Fruits is up there. I'm just seeing how Fruits... So these tunnels are basically going to go down underwater. I said I'd come on and do some stuff, and I've done nothing apart from explain everything that's gone on. But it has been a while, to be fair. But essentially, these are slowly... We were talking about how slow the decline, or incline, if you're going that way, should be. That's what we were talking about. We said it was going to be 1 every 30 blocks. But apparently our estimations were not correct, and it would not go down far enough in time, because it's got to go from 70 something up. It's like 73. It's got to go from 73 here to like -4, probably by around here, and then it stays at -4 all the way to oh, the fucking Mr. B music, all the way down to here, which is nice. It's just an opportunity to make another fucking train station, folks. Opportunity for me to get some NPCs in here, get some blabber stuff set up. It'd be nice. It'd be really good. I understand that I've come on Minecraft and done nothing. Done absolutely nothing, but that's fine. That's not a problem. Whatever. Who cares? I don't care. It was fun going through it and sponging the whole place, though. The Elder Guardians just sort of flap about. Oh. Hello. Hello, hello. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you. Sorry.
Yes. How are the levels, folks? Is Fruits a bit quiet? Or is it okay? I think because we're doing a voice chat in the game, it might duck you every time I talk. But it should be fine. It should be fine. How's it been getting on? How you been getting on?
Oh, it's a slog.
Fucking hell, yeah, I can only imagine. Would you? No, never mind.
What were you asking?
I was going to say, would you have preferred it if you'd gone steeper, just so you didn't have to do as much?
I don't know. I think I would have probably gotten, if we'd gone steeper, I would have got annoyed and changed it later.
Right. Okay.
I think that's where we are with this.
Fruits is maybe 33% of my volume. That's crazy. 33%. That doesn't seem right at all. Unless my master volume is affected by... It shouldn't be, though. Try talking now, fruit. Sorry.
Try talking now, fruit. Sorry.
It does seem quiet, doesn't it? It's not quiet at all, though, is it? Like fruit is turned up by like. Try talking now.
Okay. I'll try talking. I'm not very good at it.
That's 300% volume I've got you at, and it's still
It's still quiet.
It's still quiet. I don't know. It's
I mean, my
better.
gain is pretty low. I can turn the gain up as if that works.
I mean, I don't think it's just you, fruits, because I normally have it on about plus 50%. I've got nightlight on minus 30%. That's really weird. Maybe we just have to fuck off the voice chat thing in Minecraft then if I stream it. Weird.
I'm opposite. I've got everyone else on like nothing, and then Bark at like up. The application is.
Oh really?
I
I think Barks. I don't know what Barks is like on mine. Nights is quite quiet. I suppose it depends what level you have the game at as well. I guess.
Yeah.
I tend to have it about 80%, so I can put it at 85%. Oh, weird then. So, is this how far you've gotten with it? I know you've obviously not been doing it all day because you've been working and stuff, but
So I've got down to. I'll show you what I've got. I've got down to here in terms of actual flooring.
okay.
We go through here.
Is it sort of all ironed out
It's all-
already? And it's
It's just a matter now of just building the tunnel.
yeah.
Because
Oh, at least it's all sort of fitted like that. Then that's good.
Yeah, it's all set. All the downward gradients are there. It obviously just needs digging out.
This bloody hell, this goes a while.
Yeah.
Should I get some sponges on the go here to make it a bit easier for you?
We can do, but it's not.
It's not the end of the world.
We probably need to. Yeah, we probably need to build the
Do that at least.
the tunnel kind of tunnels first before
Yeah.
we can actually sponge, because then we just start sponging out random bits of sea and that's going to look weird. Oh
Yeah. Sorry, I was just be sponging that a bit. Oh, by the way, Knights, I saw a shiny Kamala yesterday and I killed it by accident. And Fruits was there to witness it. Or Fruits was at least there to witness me saying that I'd killed it. I did NVIDIA replay it. I need to find it.
I was there to witness the
Yeah,
horror.
it used, was it Wood Hammer or something like that? And it's a move that harms itself, and I didn't realise at the time. And I hadn't realised, so I ended up in the next turn using a move that ended up killing it, because I didn't even realise that it had taken damage itself. They do only have shiny wood, yeah, it was just a different coloured wood. Which was weird. Yeah, it was just a different coloured wood. It was odd.
This is so long.
Goodness me. So
It
this
has
is
taken me a while to do this bit,
yeah.
if I'm honest.
So this is where the high speed line's going, folks. This is where we're going to do big
Bearing
channel
in
tunnel
mind,
thing.
This is all to 20. I built it all to 30 blocks. And basically.
Oh yeah, of
almost there
course.
And
then went no, that's not right.
no, this is gonna overshoot.
Oh, I can't believe my maths was wrong.
That's alright.
I can't believe it. Look at this, and then it.
Out,
Oh
comes out
yeah.
right here, and then
If I can swim through this bit at least. Spectator mode.
yeah.
Bloody hell! So it's going down, down. Goes past this thing, which I quite like. We may, if that's the center of the line, what I may do is demolish this and then place a structure just a bit over here, so it's not in the way. Because otherwise, you can have a bit of a problem. I could try and schematic it possibly. Otherwise, you're sort of demolishing half of this, and it's going to look a bit funny.
There is a period where it does get down to -4 quite quickly now, and then is just. Well,
It's at
fine
-5
the entire
here,
way.
yeah. So there's another point in here where,
and
saying
then-
this morning when I was going through it, is it goes past a ocean monument. Oh my god, yeah. Jesus. It's a little frog
And then I
light
get
there.
into the bloody the frog light is.
And then we get
It's
to
just
here.
a It's a marker for me.
Oh, I see. And then we get to here, and it's going to curve around and then pull into here,
And
basically.
yeah.
But there's an ocean monument here, I believe, is what I was going to show off. Yeah, just here. And it's going to go past this. But what would happen every time you went past it is you would get jump scared by that thing that pops up with the Elder Guardians. So I have gone in there and killed the Elder Guardians of this ocean monument. So every time you go past it, you won't get that fucking thing that comes over the screen and fucking scares the life out of you. So that's good, I guess. But long project, yeah. I'm probably gonna. In fact, do you know what, folks? I'm probably gonna call it there. I'm probably gonna call it there, and I'll probably come on. I'll have some dinner, and then I'll hop on Minecraft for the evening. Not streaming it. Yeah, I'll probably do that. I'll probably do that because I feel like I'm getting a bit hungry. If I get some food in me, then I can come on here and I can properly muck about with the station and stuff. May I hop in later, of course, Knights. Absolutely. Absolutely. Here we go. It's getting there. This isn't perfect. We're going to get a big wall on this side here. Obviously, the tunnel needs to be carved out here. But we can sort all of that later. I'm just sort of making it look a little bit... Yeah, I know. I'm just making it all look a little bit sort of presentable and planning out where there's possibly going to be little stalls and stuff, maybe. I might even have like some places with like a little table and chairs by the window. Like a little iron... I get iron table and then like iron chair. You could almost have like a little restaurant thing in here where you've just got a little like a little romantic sort of undersea dinner thing or something. That might make quite interesting. Put like a vase. Is there a vase in this? Maybe you can get a flower pot. Not a big flower pot, just a little flower pot. And then put a flower in. That would be a good like sea pickle. Can you put sea pickle in a flower pot?
Don't know.
No. Can you put seagrass in a flower pot? What can you put in a flower pot? Maybe just like a cornflower. There you go. I don't know. Something like that. And people can have a little candlelit dinner sort of thing. By the obviously not all of them will be like that, but if we make a little corner of it, we can have a little restaurant in this corner maybe. I think that might be interesting. I don't know how to do it though. Fuck knows. Right.
I'm gonna hide in the emergency exit of the tunnels.
Oh, of course, absolutely. I'm gonna dip out, so I'll come back on in a bit though. I'll come back on a bit later. Oh, all right. I'll see you later, Fruits.
See you in a bit.
Have a good
Enjoy.
one. Bye.
Ta-ra.
It's a shame the voice levels aren't right in the voice mod thing. It's a bit weird, that isn't it? A bit weird that. Sorry about that. Anyway, we did basically fuck all there, apart from me saying, "Oh, look what I've done and not done, and look at all this stuff that I did a year ago." But that's fine. That's not the end of the world, is it?